Okay, yay! Facebook Live. Hi, we're a little early today. Finally. Um, yeah. We're just gonna shut up a little early, let people log in, find the stream, and see if I can figure out how to give people heads up and whatnot. Oh, I got a notification that I'm going live. Isn't that nice? Okay, all right. Hello, everyone. Hi, Matt. Hi, Winnie. Cool. How's everybody's day going? My day's going pretty well. Um, yeah, there's a new vegan and vegetarian bodega in Southtown called Wong's Bodega at my old building, and and they're going to be selling Chinese herbs. There's Blue. Oh wait, there we go. Hey, okay, hi, hi, hi. Yeah, she's real cute. I mean, she's all right. Um, yeah, so they're gonna be selling some of the herbal supplements that I do, so you can check that place out. Hi, hi, yeah, and whatnot. Okay, okay, cool. We're gonna give it just like another minute so that we start right at 6. Hey, Blue, come here. Hi, hi. Oh, she's not a she's not a dog that you pull towards you. She's a dog that will come to you if she so chooses. Is that true, Blue? Yeah, she's gonna lay down. Hi. Hi. Um. Sorry, I'm playing with my dog. That's a good day. Thanks, Winnie. Yeah, so the Wong's Bodega, it's pretty cool. It's pretty small. Everybody's wearing face masks. There's lots of cleaning happening. They limit who can come in. I definitely recommend checking it out. 1502 South Flores in the Wong's Grocery. If you're there. All right. Is anybody struggling with anything today? Is anybody having um any pains, aches or pains that they want to work on? Just post it in the comments. Let me know. We'll work on that. Today's focus is generally going to be on um, stress and immunity, right? When we get stressed out, it tends to affect our immune system. So if we work on stress, we boost our immunity. So we're gonna do that today. Okay. All right, sweet. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Ba-dum-bum-bum. So let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna make it just a little bigger so I can see you. Okay. There we go, and then you can see my feet too. All right, good. Neck. Okay, I see some comments about neck being something to focus on. We'll definitely throw in some neck stuff. All right. So first, let's just kind of center. Again, for Qigong, sorry, do my little introduction. Get a chair. You can do everything standing or sitting. I'm going to be doing between the both, just so people can see the versatility. If you have any questions, pop them on there. You can also DM me. I probably won't be able to look at DMs until after this is over. So first thing we're going to do is we're just going to center and collect and calm. So we think about our dantian, our energetic center, just below our belly button. And I want you guys to think about breathing into there. So the breath will come all the way in and down into here and then kind of fill up this way. Mostly when we breathe kind of shallow. We're like, and we breathe right in here. So we want to really fill it up. So come to the edge of your chair, sit up straight, or just stand with a nice straight spine and begin to breathe deeply down into that dantian. Deep belly breathing. Let's do 3 of them. Ah, good. Already I feel better. Okay. Good. Let's just start. We'll just start today. First thing we want to do is we're going to hold our hands right here and we're going to bring them up. And when they get to chest height, we're going to arch our back and open them. And then we're going to come forward. The other thing I'm doing, you can't see too well, is that I'm going to be lifting my heels up, keeping the feet on the floor, but lifting the heels as I come back, or lifting the toes as I come back, and then lifting my heels as I come forward. So let's do that together. So inhale, arching back, lifting the toes. Exhale, coming forward, lifting the heels. Good. So this movement is called opening the heart. And we're focusing on sort of the heart level, the chest center, the middle dantian. Breathing into that and opening it up. That chest is where we get a little bit of tightness. Good. Now let's take a minute and let's stop and let's come back to center. And one thing I want you guys to think about, I want you to try, is going right to the center of the chest. So about in between maybe the 4th and 5th rib or the 5th and 6th rib. Typically like nipple height on the midline. Right there, it's called chest center. And we're going to take it and I want you to take your hands kind of like a little beak. And we're just going to tap it. Good. Keep tapping. So when our chi rises up, and it does that whenever we have any sort of emotion. And it's normal. Our chi should rise, but it should also fall. Typically what happens is that you guys keep tapping. Typically what happens is it can get stuck here, it can get stuck up here, and that causes chi stagnation, and it can cause pain, high blood pressure, headaches, heart palpitations, chest compression and tension. So we're just trying to help release that today. Good. You guys keep going. Okay, good. All right, and now go back to that movement we were just doing. And see if that feels any different. Inhaling, lifting the toes, arching the back. Exhaling, lifting the heels, leaning forward, a nice straight spine as the hands come together. Good. Good. Do 3 more with me. And you can let your breath define the speed of the movements. It doesn't have to be with me, whatever works best for you. Good. We can come back to center. I want you to keep your hands right here. We're going to do some lung exercises right now, okay? So I want you to breathe in. We're going to do that one more time. And then the next time, we're just going to breathe in and hold our breath as much as we can, bringing the hand towards our chest. Ready? And let's go. And hold. Hold as long as you can. Good. Let's take 2 regulating breaths. And then on this next one, we'll breathe in and hold again. Ready? Go. Good. And we'll end with 2 regulating breaths. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Good. I'm going to stand for the next one. You can stay sitting if you want. And the next thing we're going to do is my favorite jiggle and shake. There's a really, really great Tai Chi and Qigong book called There Are No Secrets by Wolf Lowenthal. And it's phenomenal, but it's about his experiences with his teacher, Cheng Min Ching. And in it, he always says, the book's called There Are No Secrets. And in it, he quotes the teacher and says, there are no secrets, but if there were, they'd be in the hands. Which is funny in and of itself, right? But then in the sequel, Gateway to the Miraculous, he quotes him, he says, he would always say, there are no secrets, but if there were, they'd be in the feet, right? Which I find hilarious. For me, I was like, there are no secrets to Qigong, right? But if they were, they would be in this movement. Or I say, no Qigong movement is better than any other Qigong movement, but if they were, this one would be the best. And I don't pick favorite movements, but if I did, this one would be it. So I love this movement. We do it like probably every time. If you ever have a telehealth appointment with me, you know we do this. If you've watched any of my other videos, we do this. So keep shaking, right? All my blinds are open. So everybody walking their dogs, all the neighbors, they can see me just standing here talking to myself. Keep it going. From a biomedical perspective, this is actually doing a whole lot for your system and your immune system too. If you want to know more, DM me or sign up for a telehealth appointment and we can talk about it. It's hard to talk while shaking like this, though, so I'm not gonna. You can come up on your heels and bounce if you want a little bit of a more forceful vibration. Okay, good. And then let that stop and let's come to a center stance. Or if you're in your chair, come to the edge of your chair and sit up straight. And just try and get in touch with your body for a minute. How does it feel? What kind of sensations are you having going on? And we'll do 3 circle breaths here. Inhaling, exhaling down. Good. 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 Okay, the next movement we're going to do is focusing a lot on um, the back. So the thing that we're going to be doing is our back's going to be kind of going forward and back like this. And the movement's called boat rowing on a stream of air. So I want you to think about when you bring your hips forward in this movement, and you'll see what I mean in a minute, to really like you're like on a rowing machine, or if you've ever rowed a boat. Which, if you haven't, you should. We should all go after this. Let's all meet up and go row boats. So I'm going to do it from the side just so you can see me. So it starts like this. We kind of like inhale, coming down, sitting back, and then I exhale and I come forward. Good. So this is a really great stretch for the back. That's not too aggressive. Of course, you can make this as big or as small as you need. If you need to make it a little smaller, just really when you do that, think about bringing the hips forward first. So I focus on the spine a lot because the spine it contains a lot of power, right? It contains all the connections for our extremities. And if we keep the spine like mobile and twisting and in shape and moving and bending, it has a strong correlation with our quality of life as we get older. So this is just a great movement to help wake that back up. Good. Okay, great. All right, the next movement that we're going to focus on is called punching with angry gaze. We've done it before. This is a really great movement to treat irritability, to help let out some stress. So we'll step a little wider and we'll sink down. If you're on your chair, just bring your feet a little wider in your stance and be sure you're right on the edge of your chair. Good. Let me see one thing. And then when we're doing it, I'm going to come up here. We're going to turn the fist as we come out like that, okay? So I want you to, but when we come in, I want you to stay close to the rib cage. Okay, good. So come out here, wide stance, sit down a little bit, fist high, and then we're gonna take a deep breath in, and we're gonna punch, and I want you to make an angry gaze, and then I want you to release it. Relax that face while you inhale. And then punching, angry gaze, and then release it, relaxing the face. Punching angry gaze. Good. So anger and irritability really can kind of also get stuck in our body, right? They're emotions that we're not really allowed to let out. And we're not taught how to let them out in healthy ways. So this is a really healthy way to let them out. But be sure that you have your angry gaze and then you relax it. Let's do one more on each side. You can come together. Exhale, and we'll do 3 circle breaths. Good. I'm going to bring the chair back. And I want you guys to think about your necks for a minute and just close your eyes, connect to it. How's that neck feel? How do those shoulders feel? So we'll just open up the neck a little bit right now. Think about bringing your chin to your chest. And then just let everything kind of roll forward. Exhaling. And then come back up, inhaling. And then lifting your face to the sky. Inhale. Opening the chest. Good. Exhale, coming back to center. And then exhale, let your chin down. Kind of roll forward. Inhale, coming up. Keep inhaling, lifting the face, opening the chest, arching the upper back just a little bit. Go ahead and coming back. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Good, and come back to center. So when we're leaning back with our neck, remember we're trying to keep our neck long. We want to keep it open. I'll stand to the side and show you sort of the difference between when I say like lift the face up, I'm thinking like lift the face up as opposed to just like look up. And do you see that like difference with my spine? I'll exaggerate a little bit more. So like, this, my neck is compressing. That's the opposite of what we want. This, my neck is opening, right? It's staying nice and long. So think about anytime we're doing any sort of neck movements, keeping it nice and long. So now we're just going to do some neck rolls. And again, back, reaching the top of the head behind you to help keep that neck long. Good. Good. Switch directions. And I've gotten a couple DMs, so I'm just going to come up and check them. See how people are doing. Well, you guys keep doing that. Remembering, keep that neck long, keep everything nice and open. Good. Okay, now I want you to take your ear to your shoulder. So it doesn't matter which side, but just bring one of them there gently and then bring the other hand up. Good. And gently think about opening up this area here. Good. If you want a little more power, a little bit more of a stretch, you can think about reaching down with the hand on this side, reaching down towards the floor. Good. You can release, and let's go to the other side. Good. Good. And come back. Awesome. Okay, the next thing I want you guys to do, get in that nice long spine position. I want you to think about lifting the crown of the head up. So what you're going to do is tuck the chin in just a little bit. And I'll show you again what that looks like behind me is it lengthens my neck again, right? If I go like this, see how that kind of straightens out and lengthens the neck? And then I want you guys to look to the right and then find something to focus on and then look straight ahead, find something to focus on and look to the left and find something to focus on. Good. And then back to the front and back to the right, back to the front and back to the left. And then cycle through that while getting to focus on each point quickly, as quickly as you can, while still keeping that chin tucked and extending through the neck. This one's a great exercise for our eyes as well. Good. 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 All right. So I always feel that one like kind of like really high up, like C1, C2. I can feel it like kind of crunchy when I stay nice and straight like that. So I love that little exercise there. Okay, the next movement that we're going to do, you can stay seated if you'd like. I'm going to move to standing again. This movement is called expelling chi. So we'll do a wide stance again. If you're staying in your chair, just bring your feet a little wider. And then we're going to bring our hands out in front of us. And we're going to bend down and we're going to push out with our hands. Right? And then inhale, exhale. Now, when you do this, think about squeezing your abdomen. Think about like squeezing your legs. We're kind of squeezing the whole body. If you've ever done like twists in yoga with those breathe in, it's kind of like that sensation, right? Imagine energy or chi coming out the palms. This is kind of squeezing. It's kind of like we're a washcloth and we're wringing out all that old chi. And we're going to start to speed it up a little bit. And we'll do one last long one. Good. And now we're going to go to our rubbing the chest exercise, where we reach out in front of us, bring the hand in, reaching out with the opposite hand, and bringing it in. So this one takes a little bit of coordination. Don't get discouraged if you don't get it right away. So you can see my bottom hand's going to replace my top hand. My top hand's going to replace my bottom hand. Good. I'm just pausing for effect. Really, you want it to keep going. If you feel confident in this, if this feels comfortable to you, we're going to add in a twisting movement with the upper torso. Now, if that's confusing at all, just leave the twisting movement out. Right? It looks like I'm swinging my arm kind of intensely, but I'm still just kind of reaching out like this. But the twisting of the torso sort of makes it look like I'm reaching across, right? But what effect that is, it's kind of like we're sweeping chi. We're sweeping energy and we're pulling it into our body. And then we're rubbing our chest, we're rubbing the central meridian on the front of the body called the ren, or the conception vessel. And it's just really soothing. You know, it helps encourage our chi to descend towards the dantian, take it away from our head and our face and our heart. But it also just, it feels good. So I'm thinking this is like some really good self-care right now. Good. And bring both hands to that dantian. Good. And now we're going to do some gathering chi or circle breaths. So we'll inhale as the arms come up, exhale as they come down. Good. Make sure if you're standing, your knees aren't locked out. Feel the connection through the center of the feet to the earth, from the center of the palms to the air around you, and through the crown of the head up to the sky. Those 5 points, the feet, the hands, and the head, are all places, they're called the 5 gates. And it's where chi is constantly entering the body and where your connection to heaven and earth and the air around you is made. So if you want, you can close your eyes and imagine the chi coming in through all 5 of those spots. Making sure you're keeping your spine nice and straight. A little micro bend in the knees, don't lock them out. Good. If you're sitting, you can keep doing it the same way. I'm going to demonstrate how that looks. Keep going if you're standing. And if you're sitting, what I want you to do is take your feet kind of out wide like that. The important part is that the feet are flat on the ground and you still feel that connection through the center of the soles. Let this movement be guided by your breath. Inhaling up, exhaling down, whatever feels good to you. And let's do one last one all together. If you're seated, you can walk your feet together. Bring the hands together over in front of the heart. Good. Good. The next movement that I want us to do is just a little bit of kind of like undulation throughout the chest and the torso, right? So it's going to be like kind of like this. Yeah, we're raising that shoulder and bringing it back. And then the one in the back is coming forward. So one goes up, one goes down. We've done this one a few times before. It's very hard for me to talk when I'm doing this one. So I'm just gonna relax. Okay, you guys keep going. I'm gonna make it a little smaller so I can talk a little bit. What we're doing here is we're mixing chi. We're releasing all that stagnation in the center of our body where everything gets stuck, and we're generating and we're giving ourselves more access to chi right now. And you can feel it, you're starting to heat up. The body responds. My hands get very like kind of hot when I do this. Good. Keep going. Just a couple more minutes. Being sure to stay nice and relaxed. Okay, good. Let that movement get smaller. Good. And then we're going to start rocking side to side. So what I'm doing here is I'm kind of turning my spine. So as I go to the left, I look to the right. And then the other way. Right? So my spine's doing this, kind of this movement. And you can see my head is kind of going opposite. So as the elbow that goes up, the head kind of looks down to the other side. And my hips kind of coming up on this side too. That's going to be important here in a minute, because now we're going to start to lift the heel of the side where the hip is coming up. So the foot that I'm looking at, so as I go this direction with my spine, I look this direction, and this is the foot I'm lifting up. Good. And then let's just let that get smaller and smaller again. Good. And then let's go back to circling. Good. And we'll let that come to a stillness. Let's take some deep breaths. Breathing deep down into the Danxian. Deep belly breathing. One more. And then let's do 3 circle breaths together. Good. We're gonna rub our hands. Good. And then we're gonna rub our, just put them on your chest. Feel that heat that's from the hands transferring into the lungs, into the chest. Feel that warmth. And then we're just gonna kind of pat them a little bit. Good. Good. And then we're just gonna pat our whole channel. So we're gonna pat the insides of the arms and the insides of the legs, and then the outsides of the arms, and the back and the outsides of the legs, insides of the arms, inside of the arm, inside of the chest and down to the legs, and then the outside of the arm, and the back. Good. One more time. Good. Now some Qigong. All right, so this has been Quarantine Qigong. Thank y'all for coming. I'm just gonna come down here. It's easier that way. And my head is less likely to get cut off. So I'm Brett Rogers with Red Raven Acupuncture, and this is Quarantine Qigong. Every Monday, 6 p.m. on Facebook Live. Free. Donations are much appreciated, though never required. You can find links in the description of the video. All of this will also be published on my website, redravenacupuncture.com, and also on my YouTube, Red Raven Acupuncture. We're doing telehealth videos or telehealth appointments. It's video conferencing with guided acupressure, nutritional information, herbal consultations, and Qigong prescriptions as well. If you found this valuable, please share the video. Please let all your friends know. The telehealth appointments are by donation as well. So please don't hesitate to reach out and get yourself taken care of. Get some self-care. If you're just seeing this through a share, you can go to Red Raven Acupuncture and click the little bell to get notifications, to subscribe, and you'll get a little notification every time we go live. Throughout the week, I do Qigong quick fixes, which are like 5 to 8 minute videos that you can do at your desk in the middle of the day to help get you feeling better. So we are gonna all make it through this together, and we are gonna have fun and stay strong. All right, friends. Thank you so much for coming tonight. I hope you appreciated it. Please let me know what you thought, and we'll see you for the quick fixes. And if not, then we'll see you next week. All right, everybody. Have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Bye.